Just a few hours after the Alan Turing film The Imitation Game received an Oscar for Best Adapted Screenplay, the family of the Bletchley Park codebreaker was at Downing Street. They were presenting a petition to the Prime Minister calling for all gay men who were prosecuted for their sexuality to be pardoned, just as Mr Turing was 2 years ago. Sejal Karia has our report.
Alan Turing, the celebrated wartime codebreaker, persecuted for being gay, prosecuted by the country he served so heroically, and pardoned more than 60 years after his death. Today his family delivered a petition to Downing Street, calling for all 49,000 men criminalised for their sexuality to also be pardoned. His great-niece Rachel Barnes later told me why.
They had absolutely horrific treatment, and I think everybody realises now that it was the law that was wrong in those days, not actually being gay. So it really is high time that everybody was given a pardon now.
Alan Turing was convicted of gross indecency in 1952. He was chemically castrated and eventually driven to suicide. By all accounts, he was a crushed man. He was posthumously pardoned in 2013, but so many men similarly convicted weren't. Men like 83-year-old Eric Gourlay, prosecuted in the same year as Turing.
I would like to see that it does take place before I go. It's important because to let future generations know what we went through.
It's the greatest encryption device in history.
After Alan Turing's life was played out on the big screen in The Imitation Game, the family's petition has received an additional boost, especially by many of the cast and crew who've signed it.
The injustice that was met out on this man is really upsetting, and he meant thousands of other gay men in that era.
His contribution to the war effort was invaluable. It's now hoped Alan Turing's legacy will bring justice for the thousands of men who were punished for their sexuality. Sejal Karia, ITV News.